Good evening and welcome to The Pulse. This is your Info TV program. We are very excited to have with us one of the co-founders of Paint Pittston Pink. I am so excited about what you guys have been doing. This is amazing. Qiana.
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about Paint Pittston Pink and how it got started, who you are, what you guys do. I know you got so much going on. And this thing just evolved, didn't it?
It did. It really did. It started 4 years ago. My friend Barb was a survivor. At the time, she was just diagnosed. A few years before that, actually, it was just 5 years ago. So this happened about a year later. And she decided that she wanted to give back to the community that was so supportive of her when she went through her treatment. She thought, what could we do? So we were trying to set up a meeting and get together a few people. It really kind of didn't work out. So I said, why don't you just come over to my house? We'll sit down. We'll talk about what we want to do. And there it was on my back porch.
On the back porch.
Yep, just sitting there drinking iced tea, figuring out what we were going to do. And that was in May. And by September, October, we had our event, our first event. So it was really, really quick.
Well, you guys are go-getters. Y'all don't play with it too much.
Well, we enjoy getting things done.
Yeah, well,
that's
you're getting things done, all right.
That's what we're trying to do.
Awesome.
We're trying to get it done. There's a lot of charities out there, and that's kind of where we grew from, was the lack of our ability to give to someone that we knew the money was going to be used appropriately.
Sure.
They were going to get the money and it was going to get done.
Right.
So we decided to do it ourselves. And what a wonderful community we have that they just stood right up with us and helped us out.
Now, your organization is 100% volunteer-based, isn't it?
That's right. 100% volunteer. So we take no salaries, nothing. Every profit we make, that over and above holding the events that we have, goes directly to cancer research. And the cancer research that we're funding is an immunotherapy in the University of Pennsylvania and now also in Tampa, Florida. And our founder is a recipient of that therapy, and it basically vaccinates you from getting your cancer again. So they treated her.
Come on.
She was cancer-free, and they gave her this vaccine, and now her body is trained to eat that cancer, to kill that cancer that she once had.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting stuff. So
is it to further that or to further research for things?
It's to use that same technology to keep that program going and put women in actual clinical trials where this happens, where they can get them cancer-free, give them this vaccine, and prevents that recurrence.
Wow.
I mean, could you imagine if you could cure cancer and never get it back?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big step.
So,
but that same immunotherapy is being used in a lot of different labs around the country now, that they're trying to do that to cure all cancer. So this is the beginning of that knife edge, where we fall over and we start curing cancer.
Now, what is it that you do outside of painting Pittston Pink?
For my living, I am an attorney.
Wow.
Yeah. So I love it because it's a job where I can really help people every day, and that's what I do.
Awesome. Awesome. And what's your specialty?
I do criminal law. I do some workers' comp, personal injury, but I'd say about 50%, 60% of my business is criminal law. I'm a litigator. I like to be in court. So that's what I do.
Do you like to talk?
Just a little bit.
Just a little
bit.
Is that the Italian side?
I think so. It might be.
So, Paint Pittston Pink, 4 years ago. Already? It's been 4 years?
It's been 4 years. This is our 4th year.
And you guys have done everything. I've seen Paint Pittston. You got 5K runs and what is this? I saw some men in stilettos. What's
That's our Gentleman's Dash, and the Gentleman's Dash is our trademark, where we have a number of gentlemen every year that raise money specifically for our charity. And what they do is they run down Main Street in Pittston in their high heels, and whoever raises the most money in the time before that gets the best set of heels, the most comfortable set. And so then they run that little dash to what a sight it is to see the members of your community,
Absolutely.
The men in your community coming together to support this organization. They raise so much money over that time period that it's just wonderful. And that money goes right to cancer research. And what a great time the community has doing it.
It's so exciting.
It's
so exciting. Who comes up with these events? Because they're community, friendly. They're very community friendly.
It's our obligation to make our events fun and that support our community and bring our community and the relationships in our community together. That's that's what we want to do.
Right.
And that's why it's purposeful for us, because not only are we raising money for breast cancer and all cancers and a cure for cancer, but we're strengthening the community that we live in, which
You're definitely doing that. So it was just you and Barb. You just sat there on the back porch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, initially you said you tried to get together with some people, just didn't formulate at that time.
Yeah, it did. But then once Barb and I came up with that idea, everybody did stand up. We have a great committee. There's I'd say about 16 or 17 people on the committee right now. And then we have a larger group of, dedicated supporters that we consider our entire team. And without that team, and then the even larger circle of our everyday supporters that come in and day out, and they help us out. They come to our events. They enjoy themselves. We wouldn't be able to do it without the community. All of our team, is an immeasurable and an unbreakable link in the chain that makes Paint Pittston Pink.
I haven't had the opportunity yet to meet Barb. I heard she is a phenomenal person. I really cannot wait to meet her. What is it like to work with Barb?
Well, Barb she's a gift. She really is. She's the most humble and kind and...
Go get her.
Well, she's the most humble and kind person I've ever met. But on top of that,
yes,
she is sharp,
yes,
fierce, and she gets it done. She gets it done. And that's what I like that in her, because you don't have to be a person that just gets it done by all costs. She is a person who gets it done in a kind and gentle and humble way, and makes everybody feel included and loved. And you wonder how she does it. It's effortless for her. It's just who she is. And it's wonderful. It's wonderful to work with her. It's wonderful to be around her. She's just amazing. And she gives all of us that extra to keep going every day.
Absolutely.
And she's a survivor.
Oh, she's
on
a
top
survivor.
of it.
She's a survivor.
So, it's really, I can't say how much it means to me to do this project with her every year and to do it with our entire team.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited about the team. I love teams. I love team building, those things. But I've just heard so much about Barb. And
she's amazing.
She just really is. She's just this fireball. But like you said, with the humility. And that's something to hear that across the board.
Yeah. From everyone. Anyone you ask is going to tell you that.
Across the board. It's not your opinion of it.
Nope.
This is across the board. This is who she is.
It's who she is. Effortless for her.
I got ready to say what they say, but this is who she is. I can't wait to meet her. So what's big on the agenda right now?
Wow.
And let the people know what they could be looking forward to. I know we got a lot.
We got a lot. I have a cheat sheet here, but our first event is starting on Thursday, September 28th, and it's a bachelorette action that's actually being run by the Chamber of Commerce in Pittston for us, and that's taking place at the Tomato Bar. We have the Paint Night Pink on Friday. That's the 29th, and that is a lantern launch, which is going to be at the riverfront in Pittston.
Wow.
So everyone that goes is going to get a lantern, and you can inscribe the name of a person on it or a wish or whatever you'd like. And it's set to music, and we all release our lanterns over the river. It's absolutely powerful.
Now, when
it's
is that?
stunning.
'Cause I don't want to miss that.
That is Friday, September the 29th. It's at 6:30 for gathering, and then 7 o'clock is the lantern launch. And you can get your lanterns and your tickets to go at raceroster.com. That's RACERSROSTER.com, Race Roster. And you just search Pittston or Paint Pittston Pink, and it'll come up. There's all of our events are listed there, but that specifically one is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I definitely want to. I didn't get a chance to tell you this. My sister passed from cancer.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
To hear that you guys are going to do that, I definitely want to be there for that event. Put her name on it.
Put her name on, give a nice wish or a message to her that she'll get. Yes.
And I'm gonna invite more of my family members out and see if they'll come.
It's a great event.
Release a lantern. That's gonna be really
special. So I suggest everybody go online and get your tickets because we will sell out.
You're gonna run out of
lanterns.
lanterns.
We're gonna sell out.
Yeah, you can't have mine though.
No, we'll save one for you. Okay. So then we have a whole week of events, including Paint Pazzo Pink at Pazzo Restaurant. We have yoga with Dr. Christine Keisinger. She's also doing a wine, women, and wellness function for us on Tuesday.
Wow.
That's October 3rd, and that's going to be at Vito's Wine Cellar. So that's going to be a wellness workshop that she's doing about self-care and taking care of yourself. along with a little cocktail, a little wine involved there.
Oh,
So a
that's
very
nice.
good, nice night. And then Friday night is at the Red Mill. Can't have a Paint Pittston Pink week without the Red Mill. So we're having the Celebrity Bartender on Friday. That's October the 6th.
Wow.
That's that night. And then our big event, the headlining event is our event on Saturday, which is Saturday, October 7th, which is the 5K.
5K.
Yeah, Color Me Pink 5K, and it's Cape Crusader run. So for a family. So if you want to bring your family, you can register as a multi-person family and do the walk. It's a shorter walk for kids and moms and dads, or you can run the 5K, and it's a color run. So we throw color at you, pink paint at you as you run through the streets of Pittston, over the two bridges.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
You want to get dirty.
I want to run and have pink thrown at me for whatever reason.
It's a pink color run. You come out covered, painted from head to toe in pink. It keeps you going. It gets you through that race. 5K in no time. People love it. It's a great time. No. So that's our signature event, and that's on October the 7th.
I think I'm going to stay inside the EMT vehicles and blow the horn and smile and wave.
I think you would look great in your race T-shirt and get some paint all over you.
Oh, no, I don't. I think this is going to be, but it is a fun event. And I think that's what's amazing, that you guys have found very clever ways of engaging the community and at the same time creating an event for them to enjoy their families and to get out and to meet other different people and still do something that can save a life now.
Absolutely. And people in our community. There are people in our community that are getting the research that we are funding, that get the clinical trial that Barb got, that saved her life. So it's not, oh, maybe in the future,
no,
you know.
This is a now thing.
We're funding real women with real disease, and they're getting real treatment right now. So that's, you know, there's no better impetus. There's no better reason to get out there. Are you going to have fun?
Absolutely.
You're going to have fun.
Absolutely.
Are we going to create an event that's innovative, that's fun, that makes you have memories with your family and your friends,
Positively.
and gives you a reason, you know, to be happy every day? Yes, we are. That's the kind of events we run.
Right.
But you're also saving people's lives. Like, that's the best of both worlds. You get the best.
That really is the best of both worlds. So, are you running?
I don't run because I run the paint, and we all work in Paint Pittston Pink.
Well, that's what I need to do. That's what
none
I
of
need to
us
do.
sit around and look pretty. We work.
I need,
so
I need to work and not run.
You want to work the paint with me?
I'll work the paint with you.
All right.
I'm not running.
Okay. I'll see you at 7:30 that morning.
Oh, praise God.
We'll be dishing them out into buckets. No, we have 5 gates set up throughout the city, so we dish all that paint out and it goes out. So
That
I work the
time frame
paint.
just changed the whole dynamic.
It's Sunday morning. You have mass, I'm sure, right? Something. You have church in the morning. Not that early.
No, I'm down. I'll be there.
Oh,
for that.
great. We would love to have you.
I'll be there for that.
I'll even bring you gloves so you don't get your hands pink.
I don't care about the pink. I think it is, you know, the reason we do the Pulse is because we started out with on Wednesday Night Live, and Mike kind of blew that out the scale for us, and we were just excited to have him on, and we wanted to be able to tell people what's going on in the community. We wanted people who have faith to also be aware and abreast of what's going on, because a lot of times we pray about things that we can get involved in. And there's nothing wrong with prayer, of course, coming from a pastor. You know, we want the prayer, but there's so many other things that we could, you know, other things we can do as we pray. And knowing what's going on in our communities, great organizations like yours, is just amazing. And I think some people are like myself, who I've seen the Paint Pittston Pink events, but to really know what's behind it, to know that Barbara was and is a survivor, and that the funds that you guys are raising saved her life, and she wants to continue to save lives through that medium, I think is extraordinary. And I know there are people, I know that there's some of you guys that maybe you haven't gone to the events. We really would like you to get out, you know, the numbers and everything's on the bottom of the screen, but please support this great function and this cause. The function is for us to enjoy, but fight with these individuals and support this cause, because this is worth doing. How many volunteers would you say across the board, roughly?
Well, I mean, it varies per the event, given the scale, but I'd say totally over the whole week, we have to have at least over 300 volunteers. I mean, the race itself, I'd say we have teams from both the high schools that come. They volunteer, like the cheerleading squad. They volunteer for paint. And then we have people who want service hours. And then there's our dedicated staff that we have, our committee, and what I call, like our inner group of people that are at all of our events. So it really, we can't put a number on it, but I would say it's in that amount because it's just a massive amount of time. This year we're having purse bingo. So for all the ladies out there, love the purse bingo.
What is a purse bingo?
Purse bingo is actually, it's occurring on that Sunday. So it's the Sunday, October 1st, Paint Pittston Pink Purse Bingo. It's a bingo where you
That's
win.
A tongue twister.
It is. I don't know why they do this to me. I don't know why.
And they pick you to do it, right?
But it's a tongue twister. But it's a bingo. But you win high-end purses, and so we're having businesses donate expensive bags. Louis Vuitton, Kate Spade, Michael Kors, all the best bags. And you come.
You just signed my wife up.
I know I did. I know I did. And a lot of other ladies that are like, I am coming to that.
They don't care about anything. They care about other things, but that one really is gonna.
Right. When you say Louis Vuitton, somebody goes, "What?" So.
Did you call me?
What? So I think that's. I think it's going to be a big event this year for that reason. I think a lot of people love purse bingos. We have an extraordinary amount of awesome bags. And then we're doing it a little different. We're going to have food, and it's going to be a little bit more of a Paint Pittston Pink event. It's not going to be the run-of-the-mill purse bingo. So,
I can't imagine that anything that you guys have done so far has not been run-of-the-mill.
We try to make it memorable, so that's what we're going to try to do.
Yeah, to say the least. Feedback.
Mm-hmm.
What has the feedback been like since you've been doing this?
Well, you don't need me to tell you, but if you walk around Pittston, you see the windows are painted. You see the businesses all participate. You see the people walking around in their shirts. Our community has come up underneath us and behind us and around us and really lifted us up and supported us in ways that I don't think Barb and I and our team, our committee, even in that first year, I really don't think we thought this was going to happen this way. But, this is an area, Pittston's a town, and even our surrounding communities, like, all in the valley, I think it really does. There's a purpose here. I think people, when they see a good thing, they know you're doing good work, that they're ready to stand behind you and stand up with you. And I can't believe the support that we've gotten. So the feedback's all been great. Now, we've had events that maybe didn't run, and we didn't do them the next year. And we try to change our events every year so someone's not, oh, I'm not going to that. I did that last year.
Yeah, we did that.
There's a couple staple ones that we have every year. We're never going to change them.
Right, the
run, the mill, that's standard stuff. And we wouldn't change it because they work well and everybody loves them.
Absolutely.
But we always throw in these new. This year we have to give a pint, take a pint. We're at SBC. We're going to donate a pint of blood. You get a pint glass because we're not giving people beer and then while they're donating blood. But they get to take the pint home with them if they want to stay after they've recovered and have a drink. They can. But so it's going to be, and that's a blood matching donation program. Wow. So that's going to be wonderful. That's at SBC. So we're doing all these different events to keep the community engaged and to give them the opportunity to have fun and make memories for themselves and enjoy themselves and save lives.
Outside of the saving life aspect, what would you say is your favorite part? I like the buzz of getting everything done and getting it done and moving, accomplishing the things. That's me on a personal level. As far as obviously the fundraising to help the cause, we're excluding that. Yes.
But I also like working with my team. I love working with Barb and the ladies and the few gentlemen that we have on our committee. They're almost like family to me. There's no drama, there's no fussiness. Right. Everyone's just there with open hearts and open hands, and they're ready to get the stuff done. And it's a wonderful feeling. You know that feeling. I know you do. Absolutely. When you get into a cause or an event, or if it's just your family or your church, but you walk in there and whatever you say is taken for the best it could be. Yes. And you accomplish things together without any extra need. It works. That's an amazing thing. And when you have that, I don't take it for granted. Right. So I really do appreciate it. Because I've been in places where that does not occur.
It does not happen
everywhere.
And
so I never take those things for granted. So that's my favorite warm and fuzzy part of Paint Pittston Pink.
whose idea was it to throw pink at people? This is what I want to understand. Who decided, you know what we should do? We should find pink and throw it at people.
Well, I think it was Barb and I in that first meeting because we wanted to do something different. And there's color runs that go around the country where they throw color at you, and we had seen them. And they're not generally very local. There may be one like in the next county or whatever. And we thought, you know what, don't leave it to other people to do what you can do. Okay. Let's do it. And so we decided that we would have a color run. And what color would we have our color run?
Pink, of course.
It's going to be pink. So we bought a lot of pink paint, and that was like the first step. So a lot of our ideas come from Barb's husband, Sal, Chandra. He whispers to Barb, and then she'll text me, and then I'll text the committee, and Barb will email. And before you know it, we have an idea rolling down. And we've had some failed ideas. Some that we needed permits from the state we couldn't do and things, so that didn't happen, but we keep those under wraps. But so that those things happen too. Not everything is always, comes out the way we want, but for the most part, our ideas kind of grow as little ideas, and they get bigger with the help of our committee and our supporters, and they flourish. And we love that.
In a dream world scenario, what happens next?
In a dream world scenario, we'd like to continue to expand Paint Pittston Pink beyond just Pittston and the Wyoming Valley. Okay. So I think that our dream is to raise more money regionally. So whether that's Paint Your Town Pink or whatever, I think those are the kind of steps that we're going to be taking. We've already copyrighted our name and all those things to get that done. So I think that's where our future is. But we're not looking to the future until we get through today. So we got to keep our eye on the prize and make sure we create memorable moments for our supporters and our friends, and then we worry about those things in the off season.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are doing an amazing job. I am grateful that you guys took a little time to be with us. Are there any events that we didn't cover? Because I want to make sure that people get out and support these events. These events are, I think the most exciting thing is the way that you guys have captivated the community during the time that you're doing this. You found ways to, whether you're throwing paint, or you got men in stilettos, or because I wasn't aware of that part.
Yes, that happens after the race. It's right after the race.
And I think it was last year, because I usually have, I go and support, then I got run to do something.
Somewhere else, yeah.
And I didn't have anything to do. And all of a sudden I saw someone I know in a pair of pumps, and I'm like, what, are you okay? What's going on here? Mm-hmm. And then there was another one and another one. And I'm looking around, and someone said, Pastor, are you racing? And I'm thinking, not in heels.
Not today. Maybe I've just signed you up for next year.
Oh, maybe. I don't think so. I can't imagine me running in no heels.
Well, it's a good event. It is wonderful. The members of the community that do it, they take their own health in their hands, right? When they say that they're going to run in heels. But if you check out our Facebook page, and that's one place that you can get a lot of this information. If you want to check out Paint Pittston Pink, we post all of our events on there, and there's a schedule of events on there if you want to check out dates and times that you didn't get them from today. And also raceroster.com is a great place to just scan Pittston, search Pittston, and all of our events will come up. Raceroster.com. But if you check on Facebook, you'll see that these are community members that we know and love that are putting themselves out there. They're going to run in high heels. They're members. They're pillars of our community, and here we have them. And there's no better way to brighten your day than to see those gentlemen run down Main Street. It's just a wonderful, wonderful time, and they are so generous with their time and their commitment, as you are. Getting involved in the community. This is what makes our community great. Things like this, that your church and the things that you do with your info channel, these men are doing that. They're doing that same thing. They're getting involved. They're not just sitting on the sidelines. They're getting the sweat and the blood out of those high heels.
They really are.
And they're going to get it done, and we're so grateful for them for doing that for us.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the team that you guys have pulled together. And I think the thing that speaks volumes to what you're doing, and even though you said it kind of just in passing, but to have something of this magnitude that you guys do, and it kind of runs, without that craziness of the boardroom type of thing, it really speaks to the passion that you guys bring to the table when you're doing something like this. It's really heartfelt, not just because of Barb, but of course Barb. And how you and Barb are associated? How?
Well, we're friends, but in the largest scheme of things, we were cousins. She's married to my second cousin.
Wow.
So we knew each other, not in high school, and then when they got married, obviously I knew her. We didn't become super friendly till our kids started going to school together, and then this kind of now we're
Inseparable.
we're together a lot. So
Wow.
yeah, so it's wonderful. It's a good serendipity.
If there is something that you could say to a supporter before we go, just give a couple of minutes just about, how important this really is.
Well, I think it's really important because I think our supporters understand that we appreciate them, that we design our events and our entire organization around them, and what we do is help them do what they want to do, and that's save lives. Everybody wants to go out and say, what I'm doing is helping. I'm only a small part, but I can do this one thing and it's going to change the world. We all want that. We all want that seed. And nobody can do it by themselves. So we try to give fun, wonderful events that people can do that. So I'm going to ask you, if you have that in your heart, that you just want to do that one thing, that small thing that you think you can do, come out, have some fun, make some memories with your family, check out our events. We would love to have you. We'd be so pleasure to have you there with us. And we do it for you. We do it for our whole community. So please come out and join us, and make sure you stop and say hello to me when you do. I'll be really happy that I heard from you from here. So thanks so much. Pastor, thank you.
Thank you so much. And you guys have your community.